what's up? Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good?
I love, listen, I started out on Facebook in 2005 in Stevie G dorm in Indiana University. Most of the internet street cred that I got on investing came from Facebook. It's not the same product, not the same team. No, and the Facebook app and platform itself has not innovated in 8 years. You know, everybody be like, yo, Ian, crazy. No one ever says that I'm fucking lying. You know what they all say? They better than me at investing and trading. I'm telling you, if that's why ain't Zuckerberg made nothing in the last 10 years then? If we want to have an honest conversation.
They have.
Instagram they bought that. Mikhail was my designer that made that UI and got bought. Sailed off into the sunset. They didn't fucking build that.
That's the best thing to do is buy something that's already working.
But what happens when the government, now we said it at Josh's event. Now, when all the regulators hate you and all the hedge funds hate you because they thought you was a pompous asshole on that road show, now we're going to block every deal and we're going to put in the wink of our twins to help destroy you and block your crypto. And now you can't acquire nothing over $50 million. What you going to do?
We'll see.
Bring it down.
We'll see. Yeah. But the fight's not over yet. But we'll see. It's interesting. Yeah. But as of right now, today, we can agree that Facebook is supreme. We can agree on that.
Meta.
Give
them that proper respect.
It was crazier when I said it last year. And has TikTok grown faster? Like Facebook right now in the Wizard Jordan years. And I'm saying it's going into a meeting with them.
Good luck on the meeting. Let's do this.
I know what my value is. This shit talking got me into the meeting.
Can we get some questions?
I'm Sway. I got the answers.
Shout out to Sway.
Shout out to
Sway.
Shout out to Sway.
Hey, let's do this real quick.
Can we get some?
Mike Dolo.
We haven't done this in a very long
coming
time.
to you. Unmute yourself. You've been unmuted, my brother. This is a day one.
When you financially free, you can speak freely. We ain't doing no tape in 2022.
I've been speaking freely for 30 years.
Talk to him and get a chopped cheese after this.
I've been speaking freely before I was financially free.
Wait,
so
we said we can't go get a chopped cheese.
I never had a job.
I was way worse broke. I was way worse broke. Boy,
you have way more freedom when you're broke. That's what people don't know. You have more freedom when you're broke.
Well, yeah, sir.
Because you got nothing to lose.
Everybody. Not happening. It is. Oh, Mike, you're here. What's going on, bro?
What's popping?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, it was great seeing y'all this weekend. My question is, what is a good follow-up for me to ask so I went to Revolt and I was like the only investor there. What's a good follow-up with everybody who was investing? Yeah, I mean, outside of y'all, like everybody who I came in contact with was either A&R or they was a artist.
Okay.
Yes.
So
this is true.
What's your question?
So what is a good follow-up for me to reach back out to them to get them for investing?
You trying to sign them up as a client?
To get the art
or to keep conversation or keep in contact with them.
Do what I did with everybody. Help them for free, make money. Do what I did with Charlamagne, make them 6 figures for free and not get none off the back end.
Okay, like to be like an olive branch for them.
Yeah.
The olive branch, make them money.
Educate. Yeah, I think you got to educate when you. That's an opportunity when you're around. A lot of creatives are into investment, but if they're not, that's an opportunity to educate them. Like even on our show, Access Over Liabilities, we come across a lot of entertainers. And a lot of them have never invested in the stock. They don't know anything about stocks. So we'll just offer them like, yo, you want a Zoom call? Like we can just educate you. And it's not for any particular, hold on 1 minute, Ian. It's not for any particular personal gain, but it's just to add value. So you always got to find where you can add value in life. And when you're in a situation where you're the only one that's into investing, that's an automatic opportunity to add value because nobody else is really going to be knowledgeable in the space.
Yeah, no, it's 1000%. Add value right away. Like that's the entryway, right? A perfect example, right? And shout out, we brought up T.I. earlier. Tip was talking about investing. He knew that we knew something about investing. The first thing he did is say, I want to sit down with you. I got on a 2-hour Zoom call, not only with him, but his entire family, just to go over investing. I don't get anything from that, but what that does, it now stimulates his mind, it stimulates his kid's mind. Well, who knows? That might stimulate their friend's mind. Like, yo, look, I'm doing this, right? So like a lot of times they just don't have the education. They're not even privy to it. They're so focused on the talent that they've been given as an artist or so-called talent that they have as an artist that they can't even focus on anything else, right? They don't see anything else but the art. So opening their mind, elevating their mind, and just adding value, especially, I mean, you've been here from day one, and we've spoken plenty of times. You have that. That might be the gift that you need to share with them. So that definitely is something that you should do. Ian, you have your hand raised.
Trading has considerable risk. Please consult your advisor. You guys are getting to the good TI. Be careful when you get to dealing with Dirk Moneybag. Now, I say that to say, as Rashad would say, this is what I always say, and they'll tell you because they see me do it with Joe and Charlamagne and wait on everybody else. If this does not work, I'm going to cut you a check for your losses. Because guess what? One of them drill rappers you run into, he's going to pull up over that 60 grand he lose. That shit sound funny. If you've never heard, no, I'm not joking. If you've never heard an AR go off for 40 seconds and it sounds like God is walking on earth, you don't want to play that game because too many people, Mike, I'm not saying you because you know you my guy. Too many people are trying to guide people in something when they don't have the money to back up for the losses. The number one thing my dad always asks me when I ask him for something, hey, I want you to invest in it. How am I gonna get my money back? And if I don't, what's gonna happen? Because at some point, some people will take your life over that money, especially now.
Yeah,
I'm getting a good tip, good Jeezy.
I don't think we're advising people to trade. Like, we're not telling you to trade.
Even long term. Listen,
I'm just saying, give them the education about.
Well, the thing
you get killed over wrong education. What happened to all the options people a year ago who was talking crazy about us? They're dead now.
The thing about it, I think when you give education, you have to be responsible. So before I was an internet celebrity, I actually was a financial advisor licensed for 12 years. So I used to speak to people every single day and I used to give them education every day. I actually did it for a living. And when I gave them education, it wasn't never telling them, I'm gonna double your money, I'm gonna quadruple your money. I never even
make any promises.
Like what to invest. It's an education of this is an index fund. This is how you invest in the stock market. This is an ETF. So I think a lot of times, like we get so hyper sensationalized in social media that like people are just expecting everything to just be a microwave. Like if you talk to somebody, like you're gonna be telling them like this is the play to run. But I think we got to get back to the education and let people make their own decisions. So
and all education not created equal either.
But it's not.
That's true.
But like I said, I can only speak for us and me personally. So like I said, like when I was doing it for a living and what I'm doing now, it's the same. Like it's based off of education. Like, you know, I'm qualified to speak because I actually do this for a living.
You got people teaching podcasting how to grow a podcast and they got 19 listeners.
Yeah, well, you know, it says a lot about the times that we're in, but it's also up to the people to vet people properly. Mm-hmm. You got to put some responsibility on people also. We can't just always put all the responsibility on everybody else. You got to, as an adult, it's your responsibility to listen to the right people, to vet the information, to process the information, and then act on the information. Like nobody's little kid.
Even after you get the information, like even here, when you listen to the information, even after you get it, it's still a responsibility on you to say, all right, I'm going to take this information, I'm going to apply it to what I know. I'm going to get more information to make myself as educated as possible before I make any decision.
Yeah.
Roy said it. Why do y'all lose?
Never had it.
But you are right about that.
Say it again. Hold on. Time. I said it again. Mike, clip this up. Go ahead.
Check the FINRA. Google it. You can check my FINRA record. 12 years, never had a complaint.
That's a different talk. And don't mention my name if you ain't been to that exchange. Shout out to the I'm going tomorrow.
Put that in my bio, please. Mike, we appreciate you, bro.
Please.
But yeah, self-accountability is very important these days, man. A lot of people always want to blame somebody else for their. You cannot blame it's nobody's responsibility except for yourself. You have to take self-responsibility.
This that Red Panda Anthem. Ian, what's up? This that Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good? Red Panda Anthem. Your boy going up.